All right. What was that? Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kita, aka Kedapalooza, and I'm so happy that you're here today. First of all, I want to say hello to all of our new friends and new subscribers here. I don't know if I still want to call my community Camp Kedapalooza since we're not really on Twitch too much as of lately, and I also think we've outgrown the camp theme. Is this a cat toenail? But with so many new friends around here, I thought it would be a really cool idea to do a Ask Me Anything video. So I put out a call saying, hey, here's a link, ask me anything that you want, and I'll answer it in the next video. And here we are. Welcome to the next video. I have been using the NGL app to aggregate all of my questions. And as promised, I did not open any of these, so you're gonna be getting my live reactions to my questions. And I'm gonna be as honest as I possibly can be. If there are any questions at all that make me feel uncomfortable, weird, I reserve the right to not answer them, to ignore them, to not acknowledge them. So if your question doesn't pop up, maybe you ask something out of pocket. Maybe you should think about what you ask people on the internet before you do shit. There were a couple of questions that were asked before I put in the link, so we're gonna take care of those first, and then we're going to dive right into our little inbox. Also, if you're new here and you haven't clicked subscribe, please go ahead and do so. I am hoping to grow my community here on YouTube, and I'm just having so much fun. Creating for YouTube has been actually a really healing thing for me with everything that I've been going through in the last couple of months, and I've been loving getting to know my community over here and talk to y'all and create content for y'all. So if you're interested in what I do, which right now has mostly been like lifestyle, fashion videos, clean with me's, talking about decoration, if you're into all of that, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I would love to hit 500. I almost said 5,000. Oh my God. I mean, I would love to hit 5,000 subscribers eventually, but I was gonna say I would love to hit at least 500 subs by my birthday, which is in the fall. So let's see if we can hit that goal together. Mwah! I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so like I said before, I posted a post before asking for questions from y'all, and I figured that, you know, people might not want to ask their questions outright, which is why I ended up doing the NGL link. But somebody did ask a really good question, which I thought would be a great way to get to know me. So Cecilia, thank you so much for this question. I'm gonna put it up right here. I'm gonna put all the questions right here actually as I answer them. But Cecilia said, what made you decide to do YouTube? I'm new to your channel and I'm interested in your backstory. First of all, Cecilia, thank you so much for asking that. Welcome to the channel. I hope you've been having an amazing time here. So we're just gonna get into just overall Kedapalooza lore. There was a period in my life where I was really lonely. This was essentially in high school. I am a part of the generation that was raised on YouTube. You know, I'm a millennial. YouTube was like, you know, hitting its high back in the early 2000s, where you've got like big old names like Jenna Marbles and like Smosh and all of those people, right? I spent so much of my time with them online, after school, you know, seeing other people post their stories online, and it just seemed like a fun thing to do. But I had a lot of self-confidence issues, and those continued for a really long time. I knew that I wanted to do content creation. Before content creation was even like a thing, before like being an influencer was a thing, I knew that I always wanted to create some sort of stuff and have an audience and talk to people, because I didn't really have that many people to talk to. You know, I started and stopped so many times. I started other channels and then deleted everything. I got nervous, you know, going on Instagram Instagram and posting things about myself, like there was a lot of confidence issues that I had, and honestly I'm still working through. I'm not the most confident person in the world, but I am so much more confident than I used to be, let me tell you that. And it is constant work. Confidence is a muscle that you constantly have to work on. You don't just wake up and all of a sudden you're like, I'm a bad bitch, right? Even though I try to tell myself that at least once a day now, so it soaks in, so I remember. So Kita, I know you're looking at yourself in a viewfinder, but you're a bad bitch. Don't forget that. And all of you watching as well, all of you, bad bitches, regardless of your gender, bad bitches, mwah, I love you. I decided to do YouTube ultimately to answer like the question because I wanted to see more people like me. And I am so thankful, you know, that like through Tumblr was the main place that I really got into plus size fashion and plus size content and fat liberation and all those really powerful things. And that just kind of snowballed and grew and grew. And so the more that my confidence grew, the more that I knew that I wanted and needed to add to that representation. There's so many different levels to fatness. There's so many different levels to blackness, right? There's so many different levels to my womanhood. And so every voice, especially marginalized voices, I believe are needed on every platform. And so why not add some more plus size black girl voices on the internet? And I've also specifically in this realm of my YouTube time added more of that organizational lifestyle aspect because it also keeps me in check and it keeps me in line with my goals and what I want for myself. I know that if I have an organized home and an aesthetically pleasing home, that makes my brain happy. And I am all about anything that makes my brain happy in my 30s, honest to God, because I've spent so much time doing things that don't make my brain happy. And doing this and sharing this journey with y'all not only makes me feel less alone, but it feels really good to build community, keep myself accountable, and also do something that I've always wanted to do. So I'm gonna keep creating for you, and I'm gonna continue to post outfits. I'm gonna continue to post just thoughts about life. I have some really fun videos that I'm working on scripting and doing for all of you in the future. So I hope you are ready for all of that. Okay, we have one more question from one of my best friends in the world. And if you are not following the amazing, the incredible Chonky Kage, you absolutely need to go and do that right now. Chonk and I have been besties since the moment that we met, and I'm ever so thankful for them in my life, in my content creation career, just everything good. So Chonk, thank you so much for asking a question. I am actually going to cover this more in depth in another video because it's such a good, like, well-rounded video, you know, like all of my favorite things. So stay tuned, that's going to come. But right now, I'll give you my favorites as of right now. Chonk asks is, what are your favorite stores to shop in? Clothes, home goods, everything. So right now, which actually I'm going to be filming this video immediately after this one, one of my favorite places right now to shop is Big Bud Press. And the main reason I say that is because they do really good, I would say, like, genderless clothing that fits every style. It's beautiful. It's so well made. The size range is pretty wide. It's pretty extensive. I've been really enjoying it, and I'm also willing to pay a little bit higher price if I know it's a piece that's going to last me a while. Another store that I've been liking is, I gotta say it, Old Navy, even though I'm throwing a little shade at you taking a lot of your plus sizes out of the stores. I will say Old Navy is incredible for like basic pieces, like t-shirts. I got a couple dresses, shorts, activewear, like all their stuff is pretty quality. And I would say for something that isn't apparel, well, I guess this counts as apparel, but Vans. I love Vans. I live in Vans. I have wide, flat feet. Vans have been my go-to for a very long time. Home goods wise, I'm still learning that. I have to say, IKEA and Urban Outfitters are two of my favorite places to shop for home decor. I also want to get more into thrifting and finding other places that have good home decor, especially like locally or X, Y, and Z, that isn't as expensive and also has a little bit more character as well. So if y'all have any recommendations for places that I could check out, let me know down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. I've got so many of these, and holding on to the notifications and not checking them has been so anxiety inducing. So I'm excited to open these up. Oh, I really like this one. Okay. What was the best day so far this year? I've had a couple really good days, but I think the one that pops into my mind, yeah, it was hectic. It was hectic, and I have a little bit of footage that I from this day actually was the day that I flew back to Chicago to visit some of my best friends in the world for one of my best friends' birthdays. And it was like specifically the day that I flew in because essentially I landed back in the city that I moved from that I love so much. I immediately took a nap when I got back to my hotel, and then I went to one of my really fast and really lovely friends, Amy, who I met right before I left Chicago, which we had more time together before I moved. But she asked me to be in a photo shoot to reshoot some stuff for her amazing brand Joy Toast, which please, if you are a plus size person and you are looking for some really cute printed colorful stuff, please check out Shop Joy Toast. I promise you will love everything. Here is a little sneak peek of just a photo shoot that I did with Amy. It was incredible to hang out with her. And then I immediately went to my friend's house afterwards, and upon seeing them for the first time in months, I cried. I cried right there on the spot because it felt unreal to see them again and like come back to a city that I no longer live in and used to call home. It was just a really heartwarming moment, and nothing is better than seeing your besties after a really long time. So if you're watching this, I love you. I love you so very much. You got a sneaky link. No, I don't have a sneaky link. I don't have a sneaky link. And if I did have a sneaky link, would I tell you? That's what a sneaky link is. No, I'm not telling you. But I genuinely don't have one. Sorry. Would I rather have pizza or burgers? Burgers. Burgers are one of my favorite foods. I also am very specific about the kind of pizza I like. I'm from New York. I like New York style pizza. It really depends on the pizza. Ever since I left New York, I have not been craving pizza as much. Like, it has to be really specific craving to want pizza. I'll take a burger almost any day. Who was your crush in middle school? Who was it? Did I? Oh, I don't want to talk about him. I did have a crush in middle school though, and he was not interested in me at all. Honestly, nobody was really interested in me at all. I gotta tell y'all, I have had a major glow up. Major glow up in my adult years. I'm honestly also kind of glad that I'm not getting into like all this dating whatever stuff until my brain is fully formed and I am an adult that can make adult decisions. I'm glad. I'm not even mad that nobody, I mean, it kind of sucks, right? Because like, that's all anybody ever spoke about in like high school and like middle school. Like, oh my God, boys, and oh my God, this, and oh my God, that. And I was just like, I want to go home and play The Sims. I want to go home and call my best friend and play The Sims. And that's all we did. We cared about like celebrity boys. We were big High School Musical fans. I loved me some Corbin Blue. Actually, that's my answer. My middle school crush, Corbin Blue. And if my bestie of 20 years is watching this, she knows. She knows the depths of that. This is actually a really good question. What do I think my personality traits are? And that calls for some deep introspection, right? I would say if I had to choose top 3 things to describe my personality, I would say I'm a bubbly person. I'm an optimistic person. This is hard. God, what would be the third one? Ambitious. I would say ambitious. I was trying to find like a well-rounded, like bubbly personality, you know, trying to look on the bright side of things most of the time, but I can be ambitious to a fault. That's my Capricorn moon energy. There are a lot of projects, even in content creation, that I stop and start because it's not like perfect enough, or like I want to do a bunch of things, but then I get overwhelmed and don't even like go into it. So I can be ambitious to a fault, but I work really hard and I have really big goals for myself, and I don't think that's a bad thing. This is a nice one. I like this one a lot. If I were to write a book, what would it be about? Man, I think about this sometimes. In my career, I'm a writer. I started off that love of writing with poetry. So I've always wanted to publish a poetry book. I still want to do that. I still very much want to do that. But I also low-key kind of want to write a memoir about my life. Not to say that I've had some like far out life, right? But I think just in terms of like what I've been through and like the way that I've been working through things, I think low-key could be inspirational for other people who probably had similar backgrounds to mine. And I needed to read some of these, you know, things when I was growing up to see that I wasn't alone. So if I can also share my story where people would also feel less alone and also feel like they can be successful and chase their dreams and do what they want to do, I think that would be really, really cool. What is my favorite video game? We already know the answer to this. I love The Sims. The Sims has been a long time favorite of mine. I love The Sims. The Sims is my favorite video game of all time. Fortnite is another favorite of mine. I will say I do not support Blizzard and the things that have been going down, but Overwatch has a very soft spot in my heart because it is the game that got me back into gaming. Having that outlet opened me up to like discovering more aspects of the gaming world and X, Y, and Z, and so I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Overwatch. A YouTuber I relate to the most. So one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and a YouTuber I relate to the most and I also draw a lot of inspiration from, is Janae Daily. Now, Janae Daily is like in her 30-something era, posting her healing diaries, doing home decor, and you know, like just you the best, you the baddest, and just like, I love her so very much. I love her style. I love how authentic she is. I love everything that she does. And if there is some off chance that she's watching this, thank you for posting your content. Thank you for being so very real. Thank you for sharing your struggles and your thoughts and opinions and the way you are moving through life. I think that authenticity is something that is so beautiful and something so needed on YouTube. And I will be watching your videos until you stop making videos. If there are no Janae Daily fans, I am dead. Aw, this is a sweet one. If you were a season, what season would I be? Fall. Fall is my favorite season. I was born in the fall. It is perfect temperature-wise. You can wear layers and like still feel cute. The weather is crisp. The trees are doing things. It's beautiful outside. I love the fall. It's like the last kiss of like decent weather before winter comes and ruins everything and makes it frigid and cold. So Love me some fall. Favorite type of video? I have a couple different favorite types of videos. I would say that I love a good home decor video. And my favorite people to watch for that are like Alexandra Gator, Janae Daly, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. I also love watching makeup videos. Love Aunt Jackie down. Has taught me everything I know about makeup. I've been watching her videos for a very long time. I shamelessly am a fan of the Try Guys, and I also sometimes go back and go through Jenna Marbles videos and watch those over and over because I just love her content. That was so broad, but I don't have like one specific type. I guess I have like just general vibes that I look for in videos, but I just like to consume content. I think it's fun. Favorite game franchise? Ooh. Okay, so first of all, I will say that like The Last of Us and Life is Strange are on my 2 playlists eventually. I'm not a spooky girl. I do not like Resident Evil. I can't handle it. I can watch people stream it and I will support my friends who stream it, but I personally can't play those games because I am too scared. I'm too scared. Can you show us the cats? Yes, I can. They're not here right now. They're napping in my room, but when I'm done recording this, I will show you the cats wherever they are. What do I think of all of the new Sims 4 kits that were just announced? Yes, somebody who knows how much I love The Sims. Thank you so much for asking. First of all, growing together, I haven't dove? I am not like 100% caught up, I'm not gonna lie, but I will say growing together, very excited to play that. Continuing my 100 baby challenge on Twitch is going to be painful. And as soon as I upgrade my PC, because my PC needed some like pretty mandatory updates because it just shuts off when I try to play games now. So once I upgrade my PC, we'll be doing some more streaming on Twitch. So if you haven't already, please go follow me on Twitch. I would greatly appreciate it. I have been so out of touch. Give me more build stuff. Give me more home decor stuff. Give me more cute furniture, and I'm a happy camper. I have been loving everything that The Sims has been putting out lately. I've been loving how they've been making the game more inclusive, not even just in terms of like gender, but also in terms of disability, which has been really lovely. I think it's only up from here for them, TBH. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, where's your favorite place to buy crafting supplies? I love Blick. Blick is one of my favorite art stores ever. Everything that I could possibly need, I love it. I love Michael's. And I would say for more like textile stuff, I would say Joanne Fabrics is also a really good one. But you will catch me at a Blick trying to get art supplies, trying to get pencils, trying to get canvases, trying to get paint. And then Michael's is my runner-up for like scrapbooking things and stuff like that. What did I study in college? Your girl is a journalism major and a theater minor. I loved journalism. Well, I loved the aspect of journalism that I was focusing on, which was the mass media. Yeah, journalism and mass media is technically the name of my degree. I didn't technically finish the minor, but I'm saying that I had a minor in theater because they changed the minor requirements right before I graduated and I did not fulfill them. But I put in a lot of time as a theater kid and I was actively working towards that minor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I got it. Ever gone skinny dipping? No. Wow, this is a good one. One thing I can't survive without, and I'm not gonna do the whole bullshit thing like air or water. We know these things, right? We know these things. That's a hard one because I have so many things, but a lot of them I could survive without. You stumped me. That's a really good question. I really have no idea how to answer this. I think community. I think community is gonna have to be my answer. I think that having community, I'm talking about like my chosen family, my friends, I don't think I would survive without them. I've had so many really hard moments, really hard thoughts, really hard times, and it's so pivotal, especially for me, to have somebody that's able to pull me out of that headspace and get my head on straight. So I think that would be my answer. I think I couldn't survive without my community. And last but not least, let's see what we've got. This is the question. Is this the question that we're ending on? Why do you want to know that? This was so much fun. Thank you so much for asking me your questions. I can't wait to edit this and put this together because this was silly. Okay, so my video just cut out because I recorded for like half an hour without stopping. But thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun to make. I love letting y'all in to this little brain of mine. Thank you so much for humoring me and asking me so many questions. We'll probably do this again when we hit another milestone. So let's see how far we get. I try to put out new videos every weekend because that's what I can hold on to at the moment. That's what I can focus on. Hopefully I'll see you next week. As I said before, please subscribe, help this channel grow. If you like my content, please tell people about it. And yes, follow me on Twitch, follow me on socials, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to say. Subscribe! Pew, pew, pew. You know who you are. You know who that's for. All right. Bye, babes.